So 2,000 years ago, Jesus said, the truth shall set you free. And I wanted to talk about that. Like anytime we want to create a circumstance in our life or we want new results, usually like we try to manipulate external circumstances to get it. So for example, if I'm like, oh, I want to grow my business, then I'll think of all the actions I can take to make that happen. But that doesn't work. I mean, if you look at your own life, like think about an area of your life where you want to see breakthrough, you really want to see new results, you want to see circumstances change, and you take a lot of actions towards it and it doesn't really shift it, does it? That's because the external circumstance cannot shift until we've done the internal work. Like everything internal is what is manifesting and showing up externally. So we get confused and we get stuck thinking it's going to be some kind of external thing to shift something, and it's really not. And the truth is the thing that sets us free. So if we really want to change that result, you have to actually do the internal work, and you have to tell the truth, and you have to look at why are you choosing to continue having that result in your life. Like for example, when I did this with my business and I journaled about it, I'm like, why am I choosing not to have my business grow? And guess what? There were all kinds of things. There was like the fear of being overwhelmed and flooded with people, which happened before and kind of freaked me out. There's the fear of having to be responsible, because it's a lot easier to just kind of be a helpless victim. Like that's my comfortable default mode. I'd rather just complain about it than actually do the internal transformational work of having something shift. There's honestly, it was uncomfortable when I had tons of money flowing in. I was like, this is weird, I don't deserve this. And then I deal with guilt about having a high income. Like I feel like it's unfair, like I shouldn't be able to make lots of money when a lot of people are struggling. And I found all these things. The list goes on and on. It just was mostly all fear-based. It was mostly like, basically if I were to really open the doors, like I'd have to be responsible and powerful and a leader and, you know, be accountable for people's results. And that freaked me out. So I encourage you to look in your own life. So like, and we do this all the time. Like we purposely keep things really confusing and unclear in order to have to avoid doing the internal work, in order to avoid telling the truth, because it's usually uncomfortable to tell the truth. We're con artists, especially to ourselves. We're con artists to everyone else, but we're the biggest ones that we hoodwink with, like, you know, pretending to be confused and pretending like we don't have power and shifting things. So here's an exercise for you to immediately cause a shift in results in your life. So pick an area. Maybe it's like fitness, maybe it's growing your business, maybe it's finding a life partner, maybe it's having your relationship work with your partner. Whatever it is, just write it down and then actually do the journal prompt. Like, what are all the reasons why I'm choosing not to have this thing shift? And really tell the truth. It takes courage here to look and to tell the truth and to be honest with ourselves about why we're choosing it. But when we have the courage to do it, it sets us free. Like there's an immediate shift that occurs, and you all of a sudden see like, wow, this was all over here with me. There's nothing happening to me. Like the secret that is hard for our ego to understand, but simple for our spirit to understand, is that there's nothing out there. There's nothing out there. It's all our internal world. And this is a tool to actually begin to be responsible for our internal world and how it actually is a direct correlation to our external results. So once you've done that and once you've told the truth, the next step is to actually write out the soul-aligned actions to take to cause that result. And when I say soul-aligned actions, I mean the ones that feel really good, like the ones that feel really clear. Because if there's a longing for a new result, it really is our soul. It's our higher self sending us a message about something that's out of alignment. And so when we look at soul-aligned actions, it's usually really simple. It's usually like 1, 2, or 3 things. Like if we want a life partner, it's simple. It's like, get out there, get on the dating apps, you know, go on dates with people, like, you know, tell people you're looking for X, Y, and Z person. Like, it's so simple. We just make it complicated with our resignation and our, like I said, keeping ourselves intentionally confused. So if you want to do this with me, I do this with a lot of clients in a free consultation, and people love it. People get so lit up when they realize like they have power over everything. Like they're responsible for everything, and it gives you a profound sense of freedom and power to do this exercise. And like I said, I'm happy to do it with you, and we can book a free consultation and just walk through it together, because I can promise you, if you're willing to tell the truth, it will cause a transformation, because the truth sets you free. And so I'd be happy to do that with you. Just schedule a free consult. There's a link in my bio. I'll put a link in the comments, and I'd love to talk with you. All right, have fun.